Hey, Mike here with B&B Credit Builders. I'm going to put a video out today about what to do with your debt. If you know somebody that's drowning in debt, or maybe you have some debt, I kind of explain what your options are and what happens to your credit report when you have debts that you cannot pay. So basically what I've been noticing in all the credit reports we're running is it's surprising on how many people are drowning in credit card debt or unsecured loans, things of that nature. Basically just debts that they're not paying off on their credit reports. And it actually had me puzzled. So wondering anyway, I Googled it, and the average credit card debt for Americans is $8,300. And it's increasing at an alarming rate. I mean, Americans are almost $1 trillion in debt right now. So, you know, I want to explain what happens to a trade line that's on your credit report when you stop paying that trade line. So, it's going to go right into a 30-day status, 30 days late, and then a 60-day late, and then a 90-day late, and eventually it's going to get to a charge-off status because federal laws say that banks can't carry debt past 6 months. Now, normally what happens after the charge-off status is it gets sold to a debt collector for pennies on the dollar, and they're ruthless. If you've ever had a debt collector call you, they call you all hours of the night. They call you when you're at work. They're not allowed to, but they do. They send you letters. They threaten you, and debt collectors are ridiculous. Um, Now, as far as it goes, that's not as bad as what could happen to you, because the worst thing that can happen to a debtor if they have unpaid debts is they could be sued and a judgment would be awarded. Now, if you get sued, it's going to happen at your local courthouse. Say Capital One sues you. You're not going to go to jail or anything, but a judgment can be awarded. And if you ever hear the word judgment, what you should expect next is garnishment. And that's the worst, because they could garnish your wages if a judgment is awarded. That means they're going to take the money right out of your paycheck. If you don't get a W-2, they can take your tax return, and they can even levy a lien against your property. So if you ever get sued, it's time to, all right, now we need to settle this debt, somehow get this debt taken care of. You don't want to be sued. So, when we take a credit repair client in here at B&B Credit Builders, um, if it's just small medical debts, or a couple $1,000s for a credit card, a lot of times we'll just file disputes on them. We can get them just removed, and they never come back. But um, the only real way to get rid of the debt forever is to pay it or settle it. Because even if I were to file a dispute and I got a $2,000 debt taken off the credit report, if that original creditor sells it to another person to collect again, it's going to come back on your credit report. I mean, that's possible. It doesn't happen all the time, but it can happen. So let's discuss what the options have been for people that are getting in over their head with their debts. Maybe they lost their job or something. I mean, this happens. It doesn't mean these people are bad people. It just means that, life happened, basically. So number one is bankruptcy. And bankruptcy definitely has a place. There is a need for bankruptcy sometimes in certain situations, but I'm seeing people file bankruptcy on $10,000 or $15,000. That's ridiculous. They should not do that for that little amount of money. Bankruptcy is a bad option, in my opinion, in most situations, because it stays on your credit report for 10 years. Okay, and the judge decides how much of the debt you pay back. It is possible to file bankruptcy and have to pay 100% of the debt back. That happens because it's based on your income, and the judge says how much you pay back. And also at the end of that process, your credit report is still ruined. The other option, they have 501c3 programs. They're payback consolidation. Maybe you've heard them call it debt consolidation programs. And they take about 3 to 5 years. You're going to pay back about 40% of the debt. But they take a long time, and your credit report at the end of it, it's still ruined. And then lastly is you can settle your own debts. But this isn't for everyone. Now, if you're a haggler, you like to, argue with people, you can call and you can get your own debt settled, lots of phone calls. But the problem there is sometimes they won't take a settlement. Sometimes they will. And then if they do take a settlement, you're going to have a chunk of change to pay that settlement. Okay, you got to have it now. And again, your credit report is still ruined at the end of this process. unless you do what's called a paper delete, meaning pay the full thing. Sometimes they'll remove the negatives from the credit report. What we do here at BNB Credit Builders is we have another process that we follow where we can get the debts deemed uncollectible. It's a great program. The whole process takes somewhere between 9 and 14 months, and we include credit repair in it. So, with the credit repair, you're looking at about a 14 to 18th month process, but we actually have a process where we can change the terms on the creditors and actually get the debt deemed uncollectible. We're not settling the debt. We're not dealing with the banks or anything like that. But it's great. And you ask what the catch is. The catch is your debt is gone. It's that simple. Now, not all debts qualify. Okay, so you'd have to call in to find out, we'd have to go over what kind of debt you have. I mean, we don't deal with any secured debt. So if it's a secured car loan, that wouldn't fit this program. But we can even do private student loans in regards to this. So this is a great program. The cost of it's about 40%, so it's about the same cost except for it includes credit repair. The turnaround on your credit report is 14 to 18 months. We can even finance it over 3 years if you want. So, and also, so if you're the kind of person that's in debt, or if you even know somebody that has this type of debt, we pay referral fees. If you refer someone to us and we do business with them, as always, BNB Credit Builders will pay a referral fee, and you can actually develop a nice residual income if you know people that have these types of debts. So the thing I want everybody to understand the most is people, they think that it takes forever, years and years to repair your credit, and it's just not the case, guys. If you have the income to take care of some of these debts, we can get your credit repaired and built within usually 6 to 9 months. Sometimes it takes a little longer, but sometimes, we get people done in a few months. And what I recommend is just, give us a call. We'll give you a free consultation. The number's 888-809-4262. Give us a call at BNB Credit Builders, and we'll see what you have going on, and hopefully get that credit fixed. Have a great day.